The world above is gone. Deep underground, humanity's last survivors live inside a massive silo where every citizen has a purpose, every resource is earned, and every decision could determine the future of civilization. Welcome to The Sims 4, The Silo Challenge. I'm building an entire underground society from just 8 founders. Together, we'll grow our population, unlock new community projects, survive unexpected disasters, and uncover the secrets hidden beneath the silo. Let's see if humanity can survive. Silo log. Cycle 1. Population 8. Current project, first birth lottery. Food supply, stable. Power grid, operational. Community status, stable. No citizen shall place themselves above the survival of the silo. The Pact. Hey everyone, and welcome to The Sims 4 The Silo Challenge. It is a challenge that I made that is inspired by the hit TV show or series called Silo. It's a custom Sims 4 challenge where humanity's last hope lives deep underground. Starting with just 8 founders, every sim has a vital role in keeping the community alive. There are no traditional careers, no one leaves the silo, every expansion must be earned through community milestones, careful planning, and the hard work of every resident. Throughout this series, you'll watch our underground civilization expand food production, grow future generations, unlock new community projects, survive random disasters, build a functioning government, and eventually uncover the truth about the world outside. Can this community survive for generations? So I have went ahead and created a Notion template for you. So if you want to follow along, you can. I'm going to go ahead and pull the rules up here and the spreadsheet that I made and kind of give you an overall view of everything. Okay, so here is the challenge. It's the Sims 4 Silo Challenge. Inspired by the TV show we just talked about. It is really good. If you haven't watched it yet, I highly suggest doing so. The story is that your Sims have lived underground for generation. No one knows what lies beyond the great giant vault they call home. Every Sim has been taught one rule: the outside is death. Life is controlled, resources are scarce, and every decision affects the survival of future generations. Will your Sims blindly follow the rules or uncover the truth hidden beneath the surface? So I've gone ahead here and created a quick start checklist. So you'll need to have the required packs or mods if you choose to use mods. I think it'll make the gameplay a lot more interesting to do so. You'll want to place the silo that I have built, which is on the gallery under the silo with hashtags Tealcat Silo, Silo Challenge, Tealcat Gaming, Bunker, Survival, Residential, Rental. Hopefully it'll be easy for you guys to find. Alternatively, you can also build your own silo, and I have listed down below or in the list here of how to do so. You need to set the lot to residential rental. You need to add lot challenges and traits. Create 8 founders. Set each founder's primary skill to level 3. Set the household funds. Purchase starting seed packets. Lock the silo, and then you just start playing from there. I have a getting started section. Game requirements, the world and lot. I am building, or the lot I'm playing on is Palomino Junction in Chestnut Ridge. That comes with the Horse Ranch expansion pack. You can build your own. I recommend building it on a 64 by 64 lot. You want to make sure that you're off the grid and that simple living is turned on. The season length should be 14 days. You can change it after the events have been set up in the calendar. That's fine. And then you'll want to set up the event roles and delete all the other holidays. You can choose to implement a Founders Day once you do. And if you choose to do so and you have a Founders Day, no work can be completed and the silo will fall behind on a day's worth of work. It's completely up to you. So building the silo, you want to make sure that the main ground surface only contains like an entrance and some like decorations and stuff like that. Nobody lives on the surface. Everything is underground. You'll want apartments 1 and 2, dorm A and B. The only thing you can have in those rooms are 4 beds and a shared bathroom. Decorations are not allowed, but you can have lockers or bedside tables. You'll also need to have the following community spaces: kitchen, dining hall, medical clinic, workshop, hydroponics, which is for farming, the storage, a mayor's office, a sheriff's office, and a knowledge center, which doubles as the IT and teacher, like IT technician and teacher's office, and then community bathrooms. And I have a list here of everything that you need to place. The biggest thing is making sure that there's only one community computer in the silo right now. So the teacher, the doctor, the sheriff, and the IT technician are the only ones that are allowed to use that computer. The mayor has her own. Yeah, following restrictions. And then, of course, setting up your founders. So you have 8 founders, young adults, 4 male, 4 female, no relationships to each other, no children or anything like that. Normal lifespan, you want aging on for active households. And then your Sims may only age up during an official birthday celebration. When you're completing an aspiration, ignore anything that requires a physical go-to-work career. You can complete everything in that aspiration, and if it's like reach level 4 of the cooking career or something like that, you can cheat it to be completed once the other things that are done in that milestone. But you're going to start off with the mayor, a sheriff, the doctor, the mechanic, the farmer, cook, IT technician, and teacher, and then you have their starting skills here. So just to kind of show you here what we've got, here is our lovely silo that I built. There is a camera on the outside, and I'll explain that a little bit later. And then going down into the silo, you come down into a holding cell. You have the sheriff's office, the mayor's office. You have the medical center, the workshop, the storage room, the dining room and kitchen. Down this way, you've got the 2 different apartments. We're playing in this one today. And you've got the community bathrooms. Down this way, you have the IT and teacher's office, and then the hydroponics. It looks kind of spread out, but as you play through gameplay, you'll be able to do expansions. So I wanted to make sure there was enough room to add the expansions on if we needed to, which is why it seems so far spaced out right now. So the first sim that we have, they're all kind of put together here. Let's go here. There we go. So this here is Owen Mercer. Owen is our IT technician. So I do have, or I'm sorry, the lead mechanic. So I do have him registered as a lead mechanic, or like the department head, if you will. His skills are a perfectionist, a loner, and a geek. Those ones are required. These are just extras from the different mods and stuff that I have in. His current aspiration is a nerd brain. And then here we have, if I can get him to move out of the way. All right, there we go. So this here is Mr. Eli Brooks. Eli is our farmer. So his aspiration is the freelance botanist. He is family oriented, loves the outdoors, which I think is going to be a little bit of a challenge for him because he's not allowed outside, and cheerful. And then we have Nora Bennett back here. This one here, this is Nora Bennett. She's our cook. So she has the master chef aspiration. She's a foodie, neat, and cheerful. And then here we have, oh, she's in the bathroom, but this is Sophia Ellis. I'll get her to come on out. Sophia Ellis is our mayor. So her aspiration, there she is the academic aspiration. And for her personality, she's a bookworm, she's good, and she's creative. I'll introduce you to the other 4 Sims. This is our doctor, which is in our other household, Amelia Cross, and we'll play with her later. I did go ahead and get everything set up. So we've gone through our founders. I went ahead and set all of their starting skills to level 3. And then going back into the pact rules, there are a lot of them. I will not read through all of them, but there are general rules, punishments, minor offenses, rebellion, no second chances. The biggest thing is that we're playing in rotational gameplay. So every household gets played for 1 sim week, and then you rotate, and then nobody gets skipped as it keeps the silo aging together. You start out with 1,000 simoleons per household, no rabbit hole careers, and money's earned through selling what the silo produces. The biggest thing is that the mayor's household controls the silo's treasury. So whatever household your mayor is in is the one that controls the treasury. Also, if you're using the healthcare redux mod, everyone needs to be on birth control because there are punishments for having a baby if you are not chosen to have a baby. Everyone commits to the community treasury at the end of the week. No one is allowed to leave the silo unless the pact is broken and a sim is sent out to clean, or an expedition is allowed once it's unlocked. We are in the birth lottery right now. There are different survival rules, which we'll go over, apprentices, how to put a new leader in, retirement. There's a birthday celebration rule where every sim that is scheduled to age up has to have a birthday party. And then we have our random event roles and seasonal event roles. And then it goes into exploration and travel and stuff like that, which we can dive into further once the expedition is actually unlocked. You have your expansions, which are your community projects, which are essentially your goals for what you're trying to accomplish to unlock the next community project. And then here you have your citizen registry. You can also use the Sims tree to keep track. I did go ahead and leave the link here if that is something you wanted to do. Otherwise, I have a template here, which I got to go through and put the names in yet. However, we have all of them here. We've got that they're founders, their current age, once they're married and stuff like that. This one is for children is what it should be called. I don't know why it didn't save. And then where they're living, what their department is, what their primary skill is. And here's a little section for you to add in, because I forgot, notes, if there's any notes that you want to take, anything you want to come back to when you're playing the game. And then to make it easy for you, I have our challenge overview. This is currently where we're at. Our current objectives, we are working on the Community Project 1, which is the first birth lottery. So all founders have to reach level 5 in their primary skill. Every founder needs to complete the first milestone aspiration, harvest 100 harvestables, repair or upgrade 10 items, and save 5,000 simoleons in the community treasury. Recommended tasks would be upgrade all the plumbing, upgrade all the beds, stockpile produce, and prepare for future families. The optional challenges would be have no deaths, have no major appliance failures, meaning like a fire where you can't fix it and you have to replace it. And then every founder becomes friends with every other founder. I'm actually going to delete that out. I don't like that one. So, quick rules. You can click here to see the full pact rules, but you play one household for 1 sim week and then rotate. Every sim must contribute to the silo through their assigned profession, meaning every sim has to have a job. Community expansions can be unlocked must be unlocked through community projects. The mayor controls the treasury, and then you only unlock new rooms, objects, and gameplay through the community projects. There's no rabbit hole careers. You transfer money to the treasury after each rotation. Community funds play for all expansions. For the population, no sim may try for a baby until the birth lottery is unlocked. Only approved lottery winners may have children. One birth lottery is held each session if requirements are met. And then children inherit professions through the apprenticeship program or system. And then there's rules for exploration, which we'll get into further when we start exploring. Rule breaking results in immediate punishment. So a sim that is found guilty of any of the following is sent out to clean, which is the immediate death, which is why I have this camera. So I have, if anybody's seen the actual TV show, The Silo, let me know. But this camera here essentially is a camera to the outside world. So when the sim comes out, the entire vault dwellers, if you will, silo residents, will see the sim come out here and die. By when they send somebody out, they all gather in the cafeteria, kitchen, or dining room. And here is essentially, quote unquote, a live video feed for this. If they leave the silo without permission, if they have unauthorized pregnancy, if they join an unauthorized career, if they use locked objects or skills, if they purchase, build, buy items that are restricted, or breaking the storyline progression rules are grounds for immediate punishment, which is being sent out to clean. Deaths, there's no reloading. Every death is permanent. Before the first birth lottery, though, if a founder dies, one emergency recruit can be replaced, and there's rules on that in the pact. And then after the first birth lottery, all replacements need to be born in the silo. As a community, you want to try and eat breakfast and dinner together whenever possible. Celebrate every birthday as a community. Hold weekly community meetings. Roll one weekly event after every household rotation, and roll one seasonal event at the start of each season. Alternatively, you always want to work toward completing the current community project before expanding the silo further. I hope this makes sense. It took me a really long time to put all of this together and really just get everything where it needs to be, because it took a very long time to do this. All right, so I think without any further explanation, we just go ahead and jump into gameplay. Sorry if the lighting looks a little bit different. I recorded the intro at the beginning of the day, and it is now like 8 o'clock at night. So it is a little bit different for lighting in the bedroom. But I went ahead and their household funds are sent to 1,000. And then I also went ahead and did some starter herbs, starter vegetables, and starter fruits. These ones are ones that you can start off with to make essentially the gameplay sustainable to begin with. And then for Nora, we have the same thing here, but hers is going to be so she can actually cook. And it is 7 o'clock at night. Everyone's needs are looking pretty okay. With community lots, you cannot put food, or I guess the community areas, you can't put food in here. So I do have a little box set up over here. You can actually put the food in there, and then you'll just have to plan for what she's going to cook when it comes time to do so, and put it in her inventory. For Eli, we're going to have him go and get started right away. And we're going to do a parsley. We're going to do a green bean, a carrot, a cassava. I still have no idea what this is. It must be from the new, what is it? Royalty and Legacy pack. We've got some bananas, we've got some strawberries, and then that's where we're going to leave the starting for right now. We're going to have him come ahead and plant everything just to kind of get the gameplay set up and rolling. I am playing in a different save file, so that's why it's not starting out on a Sunday like most gameplays do, but it is what it is. She's over here chit-chatting away. This is our sheriff. This is Marcus Hale. She's a little hungry, though. We should have her go ahead and make up some food. So let's go ahead and cook. And we're going to see what we can do here. Yep, she's got to have it in her inventory. So let's go ahead and open this. Let's do some fruits, some vegetables, just kind of put everything in there. I might keep all the food in her inventory for right now. Okay, let's try cooking again. Take prepped ingredients off. Really, the only thing that I can see her making right now is going to be fruit salad, and I feel like that's going to be a lot of what we're going to be able to eat for a while. So we'll have her do that. He is not allowed to play, but we'll have him use the bathroom, and then he is going to come in here, and I think maybe he can chat with Liam a little bit, just discuss some interests. And then alternatively, our females need to come in here and they need to get started on birth control. So we're going to do a nice little friendly interaction, discuss some interests. Maybe we can discuss our health as well. Why is she not coming in? Because she not... Oh, unlock. There we go. All right, let's try that again. More choices, friendly, and then discuss health. And what we're going to talk about is the fact that we are now part of the silo. They need to get started on birth control. The sim does have to pay to get started on birth control, but we are not allowed to do anything otherwise. So she's talking to her about that, and we're going to have her go ahead and visit doctor to start birth control. And we're going to use the copper IUD. You can't visit the doctor, though. Okay, so she is now officially using the birth control, so we would have to let her know when we want to stop using the birth control. Secondly, we're going to have her go ahead and do the same thing. We're going to talk to her about our health, and then we're going to go ahead and have her start our birth control as well. Okay, now that should be working. Yep, stopping. Okay, perfect. And then we're going to pull the food out that she made. And we're going to go ahead and have those that are hungry, which is really just the mayor, grab a serving. Eli is researching, but we're going to have him go ahead and water everything as well. Owen is my handyman, but we'll just let him kind of chat with Nora a little bit. And then she's technically not allowed in there, but there's nothing that I can do to keep the other Sims out of there, regardless of me having the doors locked or not. So if we're not actively playing in that household, we're just going to act like we don't see them, because we're not responsible for their actions because we can't control them. But yeah, no, this is going good. They all know each other. He's tense because he feels cooped up, but there's really nothing that we can do about it. He wants to also get in a relationship, which would be something that we could do at some point. She's self-sustaining. She's doing good there. She's eating her fruit salad and she wants to read a book at the library. We don't have a library, so she's gonna go wash those dishes. That's fine. One thing with community lots as well is you cannot put the leftovers in there, so whatever you don't eat has to get thrown away. You don't have really any other choice. So we'll leave that out for now. Oh, I wonder, who does he find attractive? Does he find Amelia attractive? Oh, and Nora as well. And so he finds everybody attractive. Well, sorry, I don't know what to tell you, but it is bedtime. So we're going to go ahead and go to sleep. Everyone's going to go to bed now because it is bedtime. And then we'll start out in the morning doing our daily things that we need to do and just really get into the major part of the gameplay, which I am super excited about. I'm really excited to see how well this whole entire challenge plays out. So we'll have him go ahead and get dressed. And then he's going to come in and he's going to do some researching. unplug my mouse here. He is going to research and just start getting a start on his day. He is also hungry, and this is actually still good. So let's go grab a serving before that spoils. And then when you're done, we'll come in here and we'll work on this knife block. We'll also need to work on doing some upgrades. Actually, before we do that, what if we rummage for bits and pieces? She's getting hungry. We'll have her come grab a serving. And then Sophia's actually doing pretty good. I'll let her sleep a little bit longer. When he's done rummaging, we'll actually have him get into his everyday outfit as well. And then she will need to get in her everyday outfit. Here we go. And he's going to rummage for bits and pieces. And then we'll also have to find some upgrade parts too. That's something that we'll have to work on. Can you rummage some more? We got to get our generator going. Oh, here we go. Let's go ahead and scavenge for parts before we throw that away. Perfect. Okay, and let's throw this away. We got a plumbing upgrade part and a robot salvage part, so we can rummage for bits and pieces again, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to have him resume that knife block. Eli is still researching, so we'll have him research a little bit more. We don't have enough fuel. Oh, you know, one thing I did forget to add, which you probably will need to do yourself, is the dumpster. Because we do have to have a dumpster. I could probably go with this one. But we do need a dumpster, and we'll just kind of tuck it back here for now. Eventually it'll get added into this room, but I forgot that we needed one because these trash cans can't be emptied. So we'll at least do that for right now. And then we'll have her come in and clean all of this up. And then maybe she can... Could she do any researching? Look for new recipe ideas. I don't know if that will help with their cooking skill, but we'll find out. And we've got 30 and... I don't forget how this works. Is it 30 bits and pieces? I'm not sure. But when he's done, he can add fuel to this. And it's time for her to get up as well. And we can throw that away since he forgot to. And we'll have her change her outfit. And then she can come in here and just practice her charisma a little bit. He's automatically starting another one, and the sheriff is here patrolling the halls, making sure everyone's doing what they should be doing, which is fantastic. I don't think this works on her cooking skill, though. And I don't think we can research anything. Household. Yeah, I think hers is probably going to be one of the hardest to achieve, I think. Where did she get bits and pieces from? Oh, you know what? I think he loaded the generator up and then, yeah, okay. We'll probably go through this super fast, but that's okay. He wants to wash his hands. Let's do a little bit more researching and kind of get everybody working on their skills for a good chunk of the day. And she needs to come in here and practice her speech. And he's in here working on his fitness skill already, which is great. Nora is just viewing, and she's going to go do a neighborly chat until it's time to eat again. He's making a lot of stuff, which is good. It's actually really good. Can he upgrade anything? Because one of the things that we need to do is repair or upgrade 10 items, and one of the recommended tasks is to upgrade all the plumbing. So I'm wondering if we need common upgrade parts for sturdy faucets, which we don't have right now. You are not allowed to play on that, sorry. Let's go ahead and craft, let's do a garden planter. She's not really working on her charisma very much. Can she not access it? Can you go here? Okay, so I need to lock for everyone but Sophia. Let's try that again. And practice speech now. Can you do it? Oh, there we go. Okay, so she's gonna go practice her speech. He doesn't need to go chat. Let's come back in here and let's do a little bit more harvest. We gotta harvest everything. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I really don't know what she can do. Can she? Okay. Well, morning stuff is done for the time being. He harvested some parsley. He needs to finish reading 3 books and achieve level 3 of the logic skill. So maybe when he's done with this, we can have him come in here and play some chess. Maybe just by himself, I guess, because Amelia is nowhere to be found, so she's probably in her room. I don't know what she can do. There are no books to read on the shelf, which is good because no outside books are allowed. So you start with nothing, and then eventually your teacher will write books, and then you can make copies of the book, put the book in the bookshelf, and then publish the other books. He's getting hungry. She's getting hungry. All right, let's have Nora come in and cook a meal. Let's serve brunch fruit salad, which is the only thing that we can serve right now, but it is what it is. He's gonna go and let's have him use the bathroom. Oopsies, I didn't mean to do that. Well, he's gonna have a bladder failure, but that was not intentional. That was purely accidental. I just misclicked. Let's mop that up. And then I think you need to come in and take a quick and tepid shower. And I also want to make sure that they can get through it. I think they can, but it's been a while since I've done any of this, so I want to make sure that that is something that they are able to do. Yeah, perfect. I love that. Okay. Okay, I'll put this out here, and we can go ahead and maybe just kind of call everybody to meal, and those that want to eat can come eat. Probably Eli. Yeah. Well, I'll sit around, we'll have an early lunch, and just chat with each other a little bit. He's attracted to her. He's the only one that she's the only one that he is attracted to. We'll have lunch until 1, and then they need to go back after that to go and get back to what they need to do for the day. Overall, they're doing pretty good for their first main day in the silo here. You don't need to eat. You're not hungry. Just put it down. Why don't you go ahead and finish taking a shower? She's using the bathroom, and then she's washing her hands. Can you take a shower? Take a quick and tepid shower. You don't need to die for meals. You're not hungry. Uh-oh. My game's frozen. Let me do a quick save. There we go. We'll let them sit and chat. And it is 1 o'clock, so it is time to get back to doing your job. So let's have at it. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of research. She can't do anything until it's time to cook dinner. She's not chatting with anybody because it's not allowed. She can actually work on her charisma by talking to some of the dwellers. Just give her a compliment. Compliment her outfit. So for hers, she needs to achieve level 3 in research and debate. Maybe we can have her practice her debate a little bit. And she's got to cook meals while inspired and then cook 5 excellent meals. He's hiding because he's embarrassed, but yeah, no, we're going to finish reading 3 books, achieve logic skill level 3. We're going to go scrap her woodwork. Okay, can we just go away for right now? Okay, scrap woodwork. And then we are going to craft maybe another knife block. I guess she can come in here and clean up this half-eaten food. And then maybe she can, I don't know. There we go. Let's go ahead and do another one. Let's do maybe he's already on it. I don't even have to tell him. This guy is awesome. Okay, when he's done, we'll have him take a potty break. He can go and use the bathroom. I really don't know what else to do with her as a cook right now. Research and debate's almost done. When she reaches the next level, we'll have her come in and take a shower. Oh, actually, she does need to take a selfie because we need to add her picture to the wall here. Well, Our welcome wagon is here, which is our neighbors. So maybe let's go ahead and invite her in. Why not? Okay, she's reached the next level. And then maybe when you're done, we can actually play with Amelia. She's taking her shower. Oh, he's already gardening level 4. We're going to reach level 5 with him, no problem at all. Whoa. Do you really have to take it in the shower? Yeah, that's not going to work, girly. Why don't you just come here? And then, let's try that again. Let's take another selfie. There we go. There we go. Let's do a relaxed, happy photo. Yep, this one's good. And we'll make it bright. And let's make sure that it actually turned out good and that we don't need to take more. We've got a good one. There we go. Perfect. Okay. All right, it's 5 o'clock. The workday is done. Can she... no one can rummage for anything? Now he's talking to her. They're still playing their chess game. He wants to be competitive. Sure, he can be competitive. Oh, he has got a disease. Let's go and recline on the exam bed, and we're gonna temporarily move her to our selectable sims. And you need to go here, and we need to check on his health. So let's go ahead and discuss his health with him. That's not going to work with him laying on the bed, but that's okay. No, I think he's saying that he feels very uncomfortable. So we're going to let her go ahead and do her examination. And in order to do this, the only way we can do this is by going healthcare services, going to the doctor, and going to the general practitioner. And we'll actually... so we're going to have to teleport him up to the main lot here. And then we'll go ahead and send him out. Okay. And then as soon as he gets back, we'll send him back in. I'm going to go ahead and remove her from selectable sims because we don't need him in there anymore, her in there anymore. And we'll keep an eye out for when he's back. Eli, on the other hand, is doing good. I mean, they probably could use some dinner. Her fun's pretty low. I think for the sake of cooking, we'll go ahead and honestly, I don't even know what we can. Cook off the grid. We can do some forager stew for dinner. Who is she attracted to? Owen. Oh no. There's a fire. We need to extinguish the fire. Come on, put it out, put it out, put it out. Treat with antibiotics. Extinguish yourself. Extinguish the fire. Oh. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, so he's back. That was a lot going on at once right now. Let's go ahead and have him get down here, and then he needs to order some antibiotics. Penicillin. I completely missed what he said he had, but we'll take his antibiotics. He's got a bacterial disease, so he actually needs to stay in quarantine. I think she's done cooking for the night, so let's have you go ahead and take a quick shower. Honestly, she could probably eat one of those. They're not gone off yet. But we're not going to cook anymore. And he's going to stay in quarantine. I don't think he has much of a choice. I'm going to try and do it where anytime that they're sick, they stay in quarantine so they don't spread the sickness to everybody else. If you don't have healthcare redux, you can always play with the Enchanted by Nature pack and turn ailments on and use the ailments as what your doctor's curing, and you can have her make things, have her make the different cures and stuff like that too. So now she's got a fear of fire. That's great for our chef. Let's go ahead and clean the floor, and we'll clean all this up. He's just gonna stay there and relax. It's too early to go to sleep. I don't think so. I don't know what she's dancing to, but we'll have her go ahead and go to sleep as well. And she needs to do something for fun. So let's go ahead and just ponder moves and see if that will get her fun up. When he gets super tired, we'll send him into bed, and then he's got to come right back out here because there is no bed in here for them to sleep in. And they can't sleep in the recline bed, so, or the hospital bed. Let's just browse the database. That's not fun for her either. What could she do for fun? Does she like charisma? Maybe we can have her practice speech and see if that will help get her fun up at all. She's got to go to bed soon though because curfew is 11. Yep, nope, we're gonna have her go to sleep, and then he's gonna go to sleep as well. And we'll try this again tomorrow. Well, that was an eventful first day. First true day. Our cook caught herself on fire. We made some friends, but she now has the fear of fire, which is going to be very hard, even more hard for her to overcome, and be able to complete her aspiration and get her skill up because she's scared of fire, which means she's going to be scared to cook. Nora woke up because she had a nightmare. You need to go back to sleep before you wake up the rest of your flatmates. And then when you get up, we'll have you get ready, use the bathroom, and then I'm sorry, but you are going to have to come in here and cook. And I guess we can just do a single serving of fruit because no, she's got to cook a meal though. Let's cook off the grid. We can do a family size of the tomato soup and hope and pray that she doesn't set anything on fire again. Because that would be really unfortunate. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? I thought for sure if her cooking is skill level 3, that she would have been fine. I forgot to have her change. That's my bad. So we need to get you in your, in your everyday outfit. There we go. All right, let's not set this on fire this time, okay? She's feeling pretty tense. I'm gonna keep a close eye on her. Oh, thank God she didn't set it on fire. Well, we're having tomato soup for breakfast, so we'll let her eat and then clean that up for her. He can get up and use the bathroom, and then he can come grab a serving. Let's have him come grab a serving, and then she can also get up and use the bathroom, and then come and grab a serving as well. You can eat, and then we'll have you come and take a shower. And then you got to go right back into quarantine. Are you able to take your medicine yet? Not yet. Okay. You ever seen tomato soup look like that, where a big old divot's just taken out of the center? Because I haven't. And then he can also come in here and take a shower. And no, we're not going to wash that right now. We'll have him rummage for some bits and pieces and see what we can find. You didn't take a shower. Take a quick and tepid shower, please. He needs to relax. When it's no longer severe, he could probably go back to work. But when it's severe, he's not able to. Can we... When he's done taking a shower, I think we need to scavenge for some parts a little bit. We'll let her do that and get her fun up. I really want to get some common upgrade parts, or yeah, common upgrade parts. Just another plumbing upgrade. We need some common ones in order to upgrade any of these. Yeah, it's all common upgrade. All right, let's come and craft a knife block. We'll have you go ahead and just dive for some deals. And then whatever we find that's recycled or damaged, when we get the recycler, we can hang on to it and use that. And we'll have her go ahead. She's still in her pajamas. All right, we'll have her go ahead and practice her speech a little bit and see if she can find anything that we can use. A microwave that's salvaged. We don't need that. Let's dive for some more deals and see what else we can find. Dye and recycled materials. Okay. All right. Well, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. It's going to be a little bit longer episode just because we went over the rules and we did a little bit of gameplay. Let me know if you guys are excited for this series because I really am. I really want to know and just play it through and make sure that everything's working before I release some of the rules for everybody else to play. And I really hope that you're enjoying everything so far. So yeah, we'll catch you next time. Bye, everyone.